There are moments in life when something cuts so sharply through your world, it feels like lightning, sudden, blinding, irrevocable. And once it strikes, you can't pretend it didn't happen. You can't go back. You shouldn't go back. This is the story of Sira, a woman who uncovered the truth and became its blade. Sira lived in the city of Velis, not the one shown on the screens, with smiling workers and sunny skies. The real Velis, grey, controlled, and tightly wound with silence. No one asked questions, no one looked too hard. Sira was a scholar, historian they called her. But really, she curated propaganda. Every day she scrubbed the past clean, adjusted timelines, deleted rebellions, rewrote names. She was good at it, too good, until the day the archive glitched. One line buried deep in a corrupted record.
The sun has not risen since the fall of year 1. The light you see is manufactured.
Sira paused. She reread it 3 times.
That can't be right.
The fall of year 1 was the beginning of the current regime. But this line, this accidental survivor of some forgotten truth, it hinted that the world itself was a lie, a fabricated light, a stolen sky. Sira knew protocol, report anomalies, purge corrupted files, forget. But something struck her chest like a sword-piercing fog. She didn't report it. Instead, she began digging. Night after night, Sira unraveled the story beneath the story. She found scattered entries, half-erased logs, forbidden maps, fragments of a time when the world had real light. Before the ruling party cloaked the skies in artificial day. She was shaking when the truth settled in. Velis wasn't just oppressed, it was entombed. A city sealed under glass and control. The people weren't living, they were surviving a lie. And she had been its scribe. She stopped sleeping. She couldn't. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw a golden sun she had never known, felt its warmth in dreams she couldn't explain. Her hands trembled each morning at work, logging in like normal, pretending to revise history when what she really wanted was to scream.
What am I doing? I know the truth now. Every key I press, every sentence I erase, it's betrayal. Not just of history, but of myself. Am I a coward for staying silent one more day? Or am I waiting for the right moment?
The questions kept circling like vultures, pecking at the edges of her resolve. But deep down, Sira knew there would be no perfect moment. Only the moment she chose. What would you do if everything you believed, everything you helped build, turned out to be a cage? Would you look away? Would you burn it all down? Or would you cut? Sira made her choice. She copied every file, printed every piece of evidence, and encoded it into a single message. A digital sword. She called it Project Dawnbreaker. Just before she pressed send, her fingers hovered, her breath caught, her heart raced.
What if this destroys more than it saves? What if no one believes me? What if I make it worse?
Doubt slithered in, whispering fears she hadn't faced, that she might become the villain in someone else's version of the truth, that her message might be twisted, that she could lose everything, freedom, identity, even her purpose. But another voice rose, stronger, steadier.
If not me, who? If not now, when?
She looked down at her trembling hand. Then with one final breath, she clicked the key. Release. And she released it. Not to the elite, not to the rebels in hiding, but to the people. Straight into every screen, every home, every hand. The fallout was immediate. Panic, anger, confusion, and then clarity. People stopped working. They stopped obeying. They started asking. The regime called it a cyber attack. They hunted her, labeled her dangerous, unstable. They surrounded her home within the hour, Sira didn't run. She stood at her window, watching the world wake up. She thought about the children born in this false world, who had never seen a real sun, who had never asked why. She thought about her father, a quiet man who once whispered,
"Some truths are just waiting for the right ears."
The sky was still artificial, but the minds beneath it were finally alive. They never found her. Some say she vanished, others say the resistance took her in. But all agree, she lit the match. She turned her truth into a blade and made it cut through centuries of lies. The Ace of Swords isn't just about truth. It's about the moment truth demands action. When a lie has shaped your world and you see it for what it is, you have two choices: pretend or pierce. Sira chose to pierce, and though she paid a price, she gave others the chance to see clearly, maybe for the first time. Ask yourself this: what lie have you accepted as truth? What belief, what story, what limitation have you carried because someone told you it was real? And if you had the sword in your hand, the chance to shatter it, would you? This is your Ace of Swords. This is your moment of clarity. Don't waste it. If Sira's story struck a chord with you, don't scroll past. Pause. Write down one lie you've been telling yourself, just one. Then ask, what's the truth? What would happen if you lived by that truth instead? And if you're ready to wield the sword, subscribe, share this story, and join me for the next tale, because the cards don't lie, but sometimes we do. Until next time, stay sharp.